This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Missing Link Ultra Magnus figure. So this is designed obviously to look like the original box, at least the one in Japan. And we got Ultra Magnus there on the front, although they are using artwork that is more indicative of this actual figure than the previous one. So I guess it doesn't fully look like it. On the top, we see both the robot mode and the vehicle mode together. This is going to be a lot more interesting than usual with these Transformer figures, because I'm not sure how they're going to do the movements with the trailer. On the bottom, we just see a real quick transformation sequence there. Nothing really special. On the side, we see robot and vehicle mode. On the other side, we see robot and vehicle mode. And then on the back, we see lots of stuff. We see Trypticon fighting Metroplex, Defensor, Menasor, Bruticus, and the aerial bots, Superion. And it's always that kind of questionable thing where they show multiple figures, and are they all showing up to transform and then become whatever or not? Of course, on the side, we see that Ultra Magnus can carry other vehicles. In this case, they're showing Silverbolt getting ready to launch off of him like it was a space launcher. We also have a new thing here. This was not included in the original toy, or at least not the original Ultra Magnus toy. I don't know if it was originally Diaclone or not, though, either, to be honest. So if somebody knows if that originally came with the Diaclones, please go ahead and inform me. But let's go ahead and open them up. Here we have some good old-fashioned styrofoam backing. And just, take a nice look at how this guy looks inside there. And then this is the box for the new toy. Also, they've got, this looks like this is partially wrapped around Ultra Magnus and partially glued on, taped on, whatever. But we gotta get these things out of the way first, which... So normally I don't really open up the packaging here for like don't normally look at instructions, but I just want to check a couple things really fast. But also, we got stickers that we can use on him. I ain't using any of those. We got his little card here. Cybertron Ultra Magnus. Role, City Commander. Change, Carrier Trailer. Abilities, a well-balanced warrior with excellent combat skills, courage, and the ability to react quickly on the battlefield. Character, with an unwavering determination, fairness, courage, and an implacable City Commander, Convoy can best utilize his abilities under his command. Arms, Super Blaster Gun, and a missile launcher. Alright, so we do have this little thing here showing off some of the different ones. Of course, we're getting a Nemesis Prime, which is already available for order. Not as concerned about getting the alternate versions of these guys for a change. Like, I don't need Bumblebee and Cliffjumper with cartoon accurate heads. I have the RC already, and I have Sideswipe, Sunstreaker. And then we got two versions of Delta Magnus and Ultra Magnus and Delta Magnus. What's interesting to note here is that Magnus here comes with a male figure, and Delta Magnus here comes with a female figure. Actually, I do like Delta Magnus's colors better too, to be perfectly honest. Looks like both the belts are designed to fit on underneath there, which is what allows him to roll. Let's find out if the missile launcher works. I'm going with no. It's not designed to actually shoot. Try the other one too, just to be safe. Yep, no launching here. That's a shame. So this is the new figure that Ultra Magnus comes with. I have no idea what his name is, and I don't really care. But he rolls like absolute trash. Looks like we got like mushroom pegs here and here. Like, okay, they went through all the effort to give us the rubber tires and stuff on Ultra Magnus. And then they give us this thing with like nothing. Like the front wheels aren't even hitting the ground. Okay. Now this little piece of dookie. We did get one of these with one other figure, didn't we? Did we get him one with Optimus Prime? I don't remember. He fits in there just like that. And it transforms. Somehow. Jesus. Am I actually being beat by a... Okay, there we go. Ah. Okay, that goes up. The whole headpiece flips up. Turn that stuff over. Flip that back around. Flip that back into position. And then you see that little hole there goes onto the end of the tire. Well, aside from the additional articulation on this guy, he does certainly feel like something that would have been made in the 80s. Although, I'm surprised they didn't make him so that his... Oh, there we go. Still no swivel, though. So this guy's got knees and can go out, but he can't move his legs forward or back. This really is kind of a cheap little robot. And he apparently does not stand on his own. But he can hold Ultra Magnus's gun. I think I like this guy better in vehicle mode. I missed that joint. Seriously, those... What the hell? Wow, now the arms don't even fit back to the same position they were in before. What is going on here? Well, anyway, you know what? I don't care. So he can also hold Ultra Magnus's gun in this position. Oh, there we go. Still rolls like Dookie. All right, let's take out the cab here real quick. Optimus Prime, same as last time. Can open it up. I think the matrix chamber is supposed to be able to come out, so you can fit the figure in there, but I don't remember for sure. No, let's just take a quick look here. Yeah, see, the matrix chamber can come out. Supposedly. We're going to cheat a bit on this one. There we go. So you can pull that out. Oh, shit. What the hell? Oh, man. They got a bunch of plastic in here to... I guess to try to avoid some wear and tear, maybe? But, Jesus. Oh, no, I can't f***ing get him back in position. Oh, my God. Oh, seriously? Oh, my God. All right. Got that in position. Now we can fit the little figure in there if we wanted to. It's kind of too bad. I mean, the matrix is all chromed, but it's still too bad that's not like got a clear crystal in the middle. And I don't remember the one in Optimus Prime falling out that easy. Well, let's go ahead and put the matrix chamber back in place. Because this guy ain't never going back in there. All right. So his cab mode looks good. I mean, it is just rehash of Optimus Prime. We got nice paint details here. Like I said before, you can put the stickers on over that stuff if you want, but why the hell would you want to? Now we got a couple little things here that are new. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm easily distracted sometimes. Transform him. Oh my gosh. All right. We'll start moving the arms out of the way. Pull them out, pull them forward. We do have fists here, so we can open those up. One of the best things they did with this was create the fists already there. Pull the head down. Now then, we actually have to pull this guy sideways here to get the leg out. Slide that over to split the legs. Fold the feet down. And voila, we have his robot mode. Yay! Sorry. That stuff, man, it's starting to annoy me. Of course, the matrix falls out again. It looks like we got all the plastic out of the way. I thought Optimus Prime's matrix actually stayed in place. So really quick for this mode, articulation-wise, the head does spin, and that's it. I mean, you can do an up look with that by the hinge here. The arms do fold up. They spin in 360. They also fold out like that. Single ratchet joint here, and it is a ratchet joint. Spin at the elbow. The wrists actually spin surprisingly, and the hands do open up. We can move the legs here, or the wheels here out of the way, so we can kick sideways. Do a splits. We can kick forward that far. And we can kick back that far. Again, basically do the splits. Well, put the toe down. Boom. Now, there is a thigh cut here. On my Optimus Prime, I couldn't get to move at all. But here it's moving just fine. We do have a ratchet joint in the knee, and it does bend up that far, which is good. And the toes move, so you can kind of get that look of like an ankle rocker going on there. That being said, we're now going to transform him back into vehicle mode because we're probably going to need that in that mode in order to do the transformation into his super mode. So squeeze that back together, put the wheels back in place. Shit. Now, this is what I'm talking about, though, you have to worry about. So you have to have the legs folded out when you bring them up to get over that thing. And then you can squeeze them together. Head goes back down. Spin. Hands in. Push. Like so. Be careful that you don't break the smokestacks. That was the piece that broke the most often on Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus. I'm not going to say he rolls like a dream because you have to get everything really properly in place for nothing to catch. But other than that, he does roll really good. Just bring this out real quick. In the original, at least the American release, there were no wheels on this part. But this does work as a little craft also for your micro figure. So we have Ultra Magnus's trailer mode. Pull these out. Pull this out. Oh, his head's going to have to be out. It's a bit unfortunate they couldn't come up with a way to actually work the helmet into there, but whatever. Also, I don't know why they bothered leaving the eyes open like that. Some light piping would have been cool. Alright, so basic trailer transformation should be... You like that? Should be. Push those in. Because that's what holds the top of the thing in place. Got some snaps there. Fold these back over. Ratchet those in. His fists are built in on this one. Whoa, he's gonna fall over. So this is our basic Ultra Magnus transformation here. And you can see back here all the different jointings and stuff. We got to pull that off. So he's got two different belt parts here. I'm guessing this one is supposed to be more animation accurate. And this one was like the original toy one because remember this little hole here is what the back of the trailer hooks into. So we'll go ahead and we'll use this one. And just plug that into place. Then, of course, the little ship thingy also goes into place. Now, this is where things are going to get interesting. In the original toy, there are a couple pegs here that lined up with the holes for the hands. And I'm thinking, actually, we'll need to do that. Probably should have left them in robot mode, actually. So, here's what I'm thinking right now. This thing here probably hooks onto his crotch there. Oh. Alright, move those things out of the way. Okay, so it looks like the wheels go in there. Then those two parts that we snapped out of there should fold back in here like this. Oh. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got lots of little doodads here that fold out. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to call it. I'm kind of stumped already. Oh. So we have an additional part here. Oh, I think I see. Because that thing is probably going to peg into that part there. Okay. I'm going to get that out of the way for the moment. All right, so as we've learned, these little peg things they hold that leg in place there. Then this thing okay, that goes into there like that. Oh yeah, we fold the feet back up. You know, I'm just going to say this thing right here might be the biggest pain in the butt part of this entire process. All right. So it looks like we've got him locked into place. We'll move the legs back into position like so. We'll stick the helmet on. The eyes don't line up with it, so I don't know why they did that, like I said. So then we can put his thingies in here. It is actually designed so that they go up to the same height. And he can roll on his wheels there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation. Head moves the same as it did previously. You can kind of look up and down. Still, you can't see his eyes in there. The arm can fold out and down and spin. We have single joint at the elbow and a hinge. The hands do open up, and actually, they also pop off. So we close that back up. The legs come out a little bit here. We cannot... Oh, we do have an ankle rocker. Here we go. So we can ankle rock him. So he's split a bit there. He can move his leg up and down like that. Although the Optimus Prime part does not move with it. And that unlocked part, and that part just came loose. So that's kind of annoying. Because Optimus Prime's leg can only move so far forward. Well, like about that far forward. So this is kind of how far we can get it if we have the inner robot move with it. And when we look at him from back and that thing popped out again, this is what he looks like in the back. There's extra metal on here too, right here. Obviously, there's no waist swivel. What's kind of surprising to me, though, was that... Oh, I wonder. This does open up so we can still get access to the matrix chamber, and that is way too low. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that is designed to open up to get you to the matrix chamber. One other weird detail, and this was probably like this in the original toy. It actually explains some of this design right here. But you can put this like this and have that be like a little weapon system. Now the instructions here give us some other oddball kind of modes for this thing. Which doesn't make much sense to me, honestly. But according to the directions, we put this like this. Turn this up like that. This one up like this. And Optimus just stands right there. So that feels like that's just trying to do something. But now we have what is kind of supposed to be a base mode. Okay. Here's another base mode design. Like that. Some of this stuff just feels like they're trying too hard. So that is a base mode here. Look at that. So now we do this like this. Flip it upside down. Spin. See, this sort of shit here. Because there we go with that one, and then we would have put up the things over there. This falls under the category of trying too hard to create something out of nothing. Okay? Oh, yeah, the rub sign too. So I have the translation for the information on the little guy that comes with him. Cybertron, Deerstalker. Role, Detective. Transformation, Buggy. Memorizes what is observed with electronic magnifying glass and uses it as a fuel for thought and reasoning. It uses its brain and olfactory circuits to track its prey. Personality. He's the best detective in Autobot. He becomes so engrossed in solving mysteries that he's bad at interacting with others. He's especially uncomfortable around women, and his mind shorts out if he touches them. Weapons, smoke discharger. That is so stupid. You're so stupid! So what do I overall think on this one? He's actually pretty good. They got really creative with him, like extremely creative with how to get him to kind of have more articulation than the original toy did. But let's be honest, in his combined mode, he doesn't have that much more articulation, and he certainly doesn't move as well as you would have hoped. But overall, again, he is actually really nicely done in that regard. The question is, do you think he's worth like 200 bucks? And I'll be honest with you, I don't see myself getting that Delta Magnus unless it goes on sale sale somewhere for maybe 125 because I just don't like this that much, you know? Like, I'm glad I got this one, but as far as getting like a second one, even if it's a recolor, no. Well, and I don't really buy recolors very often unless it's specifically another character that was in the original stuff. And while that Delta Magnus color scheme is a lot nicer than the Ultra Magnus one, Ultra Magnus was the one in the show, so Ultra Magnus is the one that I get. It would have been great if they'd found a way to work the helmet into here somehow, but I'm not going to really ding them for not being able to. And it never really occurred to me as a kid, because I don't think it was ever in the instructions as a kid there, that you could put the helmet on top of the little vehicle thing. And that may have been something they just created for this version too. You know, I don't know if that existed back in the old days. But ultimately, I think he does look pretty good. It's very creative. I just don't know if it's worth like the $200 plus that you had to pay for it. But why don't you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, please feel free to transform that like button. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. Go ahead and punch that notification bell if you want. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.